This is what we call African music. A lot of people know that in Africa there's HIV and poverty and all of that, you know. But that's not true. Africa is such a beautiful world. You know, I say it's a world because everybody carries and lean onto Africa. The whole Europe depends on Africa. The same iPhone we use, it is made from Africa, you know. The same gold is Africa, you know. So the whole world is leaning on Africa, but yet they're still enslaving our brothers and sisters. They travel all the way from Nigeria, Mali, Senegal, through Morocco, where they've been captured as slaves. And a lot of them, they have this idea that Europe is Zion, because they brainwash them. Meanwhile, Africa is Zion, you know? So it's like a reverse slavery in a way. So never forget this, Africa is Zion.
So here I am with my good friend Doug from Kebra Ethiopia, all the way from South Africa, Jamie from Lima, Peru, Lima Sound system. And one question that I wanted to do after this few times that we have already met, now we're meeting here in a different continent than yours and mine. So you come from South Africa, I come from South America, and we have spoke this about this, is that there are some similarities between the suffering that people from Africa, black people, have suffered for the last hundreds, if not thousands of years, and the suffering from the indigenous people who are native to America and who were the people, you know, who that continent, you know, was born with. And what similarities do you find between both stories in general?
The story of us Africans and natives is that we both have been, you know, like victims of how can I say, in South America a lot of natives were killed, and they were killed because of their land. So the Spanish came, killed them, stripped off their culture and gave them the Spanish language, you know,
and religion
and all that. In Africa, what happened? The Europeans came, all of them.
Oh yeah.
Not only
countries,
Spanish,
not only Spanish.
all of them they came, and they stripped us our culture, but they didn't do much of that. And they gave us their religion, which they didn't succeed in that. And I think the difference is that they enslaved us. Meanwhile, the natives were not enslaved in a way; they were colonized. You know?
Right. But that's one very big difference, right? Compared to religion in Latin America, the religion that the Spanish brought and the Portuguese brought, you know, is key to these days. Is key in the living of so many people, in the vast majority of the people. That didn't happen in Africa, did it?
It did, but they didn't succeed because, you know, I think the difference between the natives and Africans and Europeans, all of that, is that the thing of a modern civilization existed long time in Africa, and it was hard to really decolonize our religion structure. Meanwhile, in South America, people were still living more the ancient life, you know.
Right.
And in order to colonize someone, you need to bring fear, and that fear is through religion.
Yeah, like in the case of the natives in America, it was the horses.
Yes.
It was the horses.
Yes.
It was the big church with
Yes.
a lot of amounts of toll that people, our natives were like
Yeah.
these monsters. We have to
Exactly.
be with these monsters.
Exactly.
That's the only way.
Religion is the first tool you can use to colonize people.
Right.
Yeah.
Talking about fear.
Yeah, it's fear.
All right, Doc. Thank you very much for your contribution. See you
Okay.
soon, brother.